Deciding what exactly you have to use, whether while or for, is something one of the most important thing when you are writing a program in Python. Okay, so in this video we are going to do a similar program which we did using for, using while, and we'll see the difference between them. Okay, so hey guys, this is Lokendra and we are doing a Python series, and this video is in continuation with the previous video of while, where we understood the concept and few examples, and in this video we'll also understand examples, but I would just compare this example with the older one. So if you remember, like in the video where we just printed this pattern, or maybe if you see as this for the first time, for example, I want to print this pattern where this star, star star, three star and four star are either in the kind of pyramid. So, and we will use strictly while loop to get that done. So how should we go? For here I will just make this as heading so that interpreter don't get annoyed. So yeah, let it be code only. I'll use comments here. So I will use while. So while does not possibly have range. Okay, in for we used to have range to iterate from the sequence and all. So but before that, let's build the logic for it. So logic is, you see that this star is like increasing from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. That means my every row, when my interpreter is going to, and every row this count is getting increased by 1. Okay, so if we start understanding this behavior, this pattern behavior, then coding will become easy. So what we can do here is, let's take an example. Let's take a variable, let's say I, and I give this value as 5 because number of rows are 4. I take 5, we'll fix that. And now I just simply say while I is less than 5, and I will say print star. Okay. Does it look easy? Now what will happen is, yes, so ideally I should start with 1. So the condition was false, that's why that program did not execute. And I should say I is equals to I plus 1. Now I am putting in condition and situation to break. So I say yes, but this is something that we do not want, right? So I want the pattern to be printed with 1, 1, 2, first star, 2 star, 3 star, and then 4 star. So what I will do here is I will take another variable called as j, in which I will give the value of I, and I will take a string to hold my data, so that, and now I will use a concept of nested while. Okay, so while, and I will see another counter for while, which is 0. I'll say while c is less than j colon, and here s equals to s plus uh, s, uh, s plus star. Okay. And when I come out of this file, I will say print s, and I will keep on increasing. And yes, because I am working dependent on c, so I will also ask c to be increased by 1 every time. Now if I run this, and if I zoom this a bit, you see that I am able to print the pattern as desired. So too many complications in this, but if you compare with for, we uh, use the similar behavior in for, but not with these many variables. Okay, so for example, I wanted to do this using for, then what will I do? I will simply say for uh, I in range, let's say 5. Okay, I will use, again I will take s equals to single quotes, and then I will say for j in range of I, and here I will say s equals to s plus star, and come out will print this s, this s. Okay. And if I run this, oops, what is this? Is showing opposite? Oh, sorry, it should be I. It will give me something like this, and 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now see the difference. I think both the screens are right in front of you, and you see this for can be done in like 1 2 3 4 lines, and this j is taking like two extra variables, nested for, nested while is there, and so on. So complexity wise, you may have to decide what exactly you are going to choose. But yes, see, both the while are doing the same, both the iterators are doing the same job. Okay, so this we have already discussed in detail in the previous video. I just wrote this for comparison, but here let's understand how this pseudocode is working. So I'll just do it the way I love doing it. So I'll say I is 1 here. Perfect. Now while condition, while I, that means it's true. I is less than 5, it's true. I come here, j will get the value as 5. No, I is 1, so j will get this value as 1. s will remain s will remain blank. It's kind of a reset. Okay, and then see the counter is again 0. For the first time it is 0. Now we have another while loop which is nested to the above while loop, which means this while loop will be completed before the above while loop. Okay, so here I will just go a little inside, and c is, that means c is what, 0 is less than j, and j is what, 1. So that means yes, that's the condition is true. That's why I will get inside this while loop. Okay, and now I will start concatenating. S will become first star. Simple. S is default 0, null, and then I'll add concatenate star to it. I will increase the value. I will increase the value of C to be 1. So initially it was 0, so it will become 1. Now my iterator will go back to this while that is here, and will check whether C is greater less than G. So C has become 1. 1 is less than J. J was 1. That means this is false, which means this rest of the code written in the while loop will not be executed. So my control will go back here top, right here, and here I, now it will go out of this loop. A mistake. It will go out of this loop and it will come here for printing. Simply say I'm printing star, and then it will come down here and it will simply say I is equals to I plus 1. So I was 1, so I will become 2. Now this control will go from here till to this point. Here it will again check 2 is less than 5. We know that this is a true statement. Now I will again enter this. J will be changed to 2. S will again be initialized to single quotes. C is again initialized to 0. Again I enter to this value and it checks that C, which is 0, is less than J, which is 2. Perfect. I will come inside this. I will first concatenate S, which was 0, to S plus single quote star, which means S will become star. Star. Okay. Now I will increase this C. So C will become, for the first run it will become 1, and then it will go back again to the while loop and will check whether 1 is less than 2 or not. Yes, so S was having a star previously, so I'll have S plus star, that means 2 stars, and then C will become 2. Now it will come here and it will say no man, this is false, because 2 is less than 2, which is a ask for the while loop, so this is false. That means this all will not be executed, and these two double stars will be printed. I think here to be printed. Okay, and then I value will become I is equals to I was earlier 2, it will become 3, and so again it will go to this iterator. Okay, so this is how you normally debug the code, or maybe this is how you parse the code from your head. We have done this similarly in the for loop also, but this is very important to understand the logic behind it. Okay, so guys, I think you were able to understand. If not, just let me know. Maybe I'll give you one more assignment. You have understood, do not forget to try this, and then I will give you another from where I get that. Yes, this is one pattern that I want, and another pattern that I share we can try is star star star, 4 star, 3 star, 2 star, 2 star, 1 star. This is descending pyramid. Ascending pyramid with the number, ascending pyramid with the star, and descending pyramid with this. And they all can be done just tweaking few numbers here and there in this while loop, right? So this is a very good exercise to practice the details of this. You can use many other things also. There are tricks also that can be followed to minimize this number of lines of code. Okay, thank you guys. I hope I was able to explain this. Let's meet in the next video where I will cover do while, and also will try to differentiate that do while with the for loop and the while loop. So please subscribe the channel if you have not subscribed, and thank you so much for your time.